testosterone. The most worshipped, most misunderstood, most scammed about word in the entire gym. Half of you think it's a magic switch. The other half think a pill will flip it. Both of you are about to get corrected, gently, lovingly, by an octopus. Here's the thing, Gains gang. I have a very personal interest in how muscle gets built. Let's just say the better you understand the hormone, the better the result you produce. And I like a good result. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what testosterone does, how to raise yours naturally without wasting a single dollar, and, this is the part everyone skips, what my female muscle sacks should do instead. Yes, women. We're covering you properly today. Because the fitness industry sold you a fairy tale, they told you testosterone is the thing, the only thing, the everything, and then they sold you a booster to fix a problem you probably don't even have. So let's tear it down to the studs. What actually is testosterone? It's a steroid hormone. Your body makes it, men in the testes mostly, women in the ovaries and adrenal glands in much smaller amounts. And its job for us gym creatures is simple but powerful. Testosterone tells your muscle cells to build more protein than they break down. That net gain, that's growth, that's the whole game. It also cranks up satellite cells, little repair cells that fuse to your muscle fibers and add new nuclei. More nuclei means more capacity to grow. Testosterone is basically the foreman telling the construction crew to work overtime. So yes, it's real. It matters. A man with normal testosterone builds muscle more easily than a man who's clinically low. That part isn't marketing. That's endocrinology. But here's where the trap snaps shut. The difference between a normal healthy man and a slightly higher normal man. Almost nothing for muscle growth. The dose-response curve flattens hard once you're in the healthy range. This is why boosting testosterone from normal to slightly more normal does basically nothing you'll ever notice. You're not unlocking a cheat code. You're moving a dial that's already where it needs to be. The dramatic muscle difference you see in enhanced athletes, those come from injecting supraphysiological amounts, many times what your body makes. That's a different universe, that's a needle, and that's not what a booster T does. So let's talk about those boosters. Tribulus, ZMA, fenugreek, the mysterious proprietary blend. Most of them in the research do nothing to your testosterone, and even the ones that nudge it barely move your muscle. The one honest exception is if you're actually deficient in something. Zinc and vitamin D, for example. If you're genuinely low, fixing that can restore testosterone to normal. But that's fixing a deficiency, not boosting. Big difference. So, how do you actually support healthy natural testosterone? Not with powder. With 4 boring, unsexy, absolutely undefeated fundamentals. Write these on your mirror. Number 1. Sleep. This is the big one. Men who sleep 5 hours a night can drop their testosterone by 10 to 15% compared to 8 hours. You are literally sleeping away your hormones. Ironic, coming from me. Speaking of which, 3 a.m., that's when the interesting things happen. Your body does most of its testosterone production during deep sleep in the early morning hours. That's when it peaks. That's when a lot of things peak. Sleep deep, gym creatures. Number 2, body fat. Carrying too much fat converts testosterone into estrogen through an enzyme called aromatase. Getting to a healthy body composition genuinely helps your hormonal profile. Not shredded to the bone, healthy. Number 3, lift heavy and train your legs. Compound movements, squats, deadlifts, presses, create a short-term hormonal response. But more importantly, the training itself is what builds the muscle. The hormone bump is a side dish, not the meal. Number 4, manage stress. Chronic stress floods you with cortisol, and cortisol is testosterone's grumpy roommate. When it's high, testosterone tends to be suppressed. Rest days aren't lazy, they're hormonal. Notice something? Sleep, body fat, training, stress. None of that is a pill, all of it is free. The best testosterone protocol on earth is just taking care of yourself like an adult. Devastating news for the supplement industry. Now, my female gym creatures. This is where I lose most fitness channels because they either ignore you or terrify you. So let's fix that right now with actual science. Women produce roughly 10 to 20 times less testosterone than men. That's just biology. And every few months, some post goes viral screaming that lifting heavy will make women bulky and manly. That is a lie, and it's holding you back. Here's the beautiful truth. You do not need high testosterone to build serious, strong, gorgeous muscle, because testosterone is only one pathway to growth, and women have the other pathways fully intact and firing. Remember what actually builds muscle: mechanical tension from challenging your muscles and the repair response afterward. That machinery does not require a flood of testosterone. It requires stimulus. Progressive, consistent, hard stimulus. And women have secret weapons here. Estrogen, yes, estrogen, actually helps muscle recovery and protects against muscle breakdown. It supports the repair process. Your hormonal profile isn't a disadvantage for building muscle. It's just a different toolkit. Research is very clear on this. When you match training and effort, women build muscle at a similar relative rate to men. You start with less absolute mass, sure, but pound for pound, your ability to grow and get strong, elite. So the goal for women is not raise testosterone. Please don't chase that. Messing with it artificially brings side effects you do not want. The goal is to maximize every other lever. And you have plenty. Lever one for everyone, but especially critical for women: protein. Eat enough, roughly 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Protein is the raw material. Testosterone tells the factory to run, but protein is the actual bricks. Lever 2. Progressive overload. Add weight, add reps, add quality over time. This is the single most important training principle on the entire planet, and it works identically regardless of your hormones. Your muscles respond to demand, not gender. Lever 3. Train close to failure and be consistent. Muscle doesn't care about your motivation on Tuesday. It cares whether you showed up hard, again and again, for months. Consistency out-earns every hormone hack ever invented. Lever 4, and this one's for all of you: creatine. It's the most researched, most effective legal supplement in existence. It works brilliantly in both men and women, and it has nothing to do with hormones. 3 to 5 grams a day. That's the whole protocol. So let's land the plane. Your action plan starting today: sleep 7 to 9 hours, get body fat into a healthy range, lift heavy with progressive overload, eat your protein, take creatine, manage your stress. Men, that's how you support natural testosterone and build muscle at the same time. Women, that's how you build the exact same strength and shape without touching your testosterone at all. Same plan, same results, different biology getting you there. And notice, not one item on that list was a testosterone booster. Save your money, buy more chicken, buy a better pillow. Your hormones will thank you more than any proprietary blend ever could. So that's the testosterone trap, fully disarmed. It matters, but it's not magic. You can't cheaply boost it much past normal. You don't need to obsess over it. And if you're a woman, you were never behind in the first place. The fundamentals win. They always win. Now, I just handed you the whole map. Real hormones, real training, real results, no scams. And your gains? Safe, protected. Because you're here, subscribed, inside my circle. I have a code, and the code holds. But your gym buddy, the one still buying testosterone pills, still scared to lift heavy, still unsubscribed and unaware? I make no promises about him at 3 a.m. He's building beautiful muscle on a foundation of nonsense, and beautiful muscle calls to me. So subscribe, then send this to the friend who needs it most, the one whose arms you'd like to see stay attached to them. Consider it charity, consider it survival. Either works. I'll see the rest of you next time, Gains Gang. Not at 3 a.m. Probably.